What up, people? How's everybody doing out there in the YouTube lands? I'm still grinding for Spidey, hence the day stream. Let's get a tweet out nice and quick. My OBS is still busted. Still can't show Twitter. Oh, I gotta put cutoffs on screen. There we go. But let me get a tweet out nonetheless. Dearest Admirable Champions. 40 mil and climbing. Let's get this Spidey dude. As I am now live. Okay. Tweet. Okay. Alright. Let's get to it though. What? Whoops. Sorry about that. Guess I hadn't touched my phone for a few minutes. Alright. What's up, people? Who do we got in here? Who was the first one here? It was Haddon Hollis. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Red Skull Gaming, Sim, Tobias, the one. What up, people? Let me scroll it down. Not Carson. Articast, Lakers Bodyguard, Donut Cop, Royal. What up, everybody? Let's do it. Let's do it. Nail the BG? Yes. Actually, before I get to the grind, let me just check on AQ real quick. What is this magical occurrence I see before me? A BG stream during my hour lunch break? Huzzah! What's up, dude? It's true what you see. It is me. And it is the daytime. I might melt if I stay too long, so we gotta make this quick. Tobias sent it over $2 saying good luck, sir. Dude, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Alright, no action AQ, so we can just get right to the grind. I do need to check on that somewhat frequently, though. Slap. Thank you, dude. Doing some of this arena stuff. Entertain me, sir. Dysentery Joe. I'll try my best. Alright, let's go. What's up, Justin? What's up, Cloud of Contempt? Alright, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm at 40 mil, which is, I'm happy with that. I know my 5 stars are coming back, but I think my 4 stars are also coming back at the same time, so I'm going to have to do some kind of mixing here. But anyway, at 40 mil right now, which I feel really good about that, but I'm not going to use, I decided I can't use any units on the grind, man, so I'm just going to have to try to do my best here. I'll likely finish somewhere around, like, mid-50s, with the amount of time left, and, you know, I'm going to be sleeping tonight, everything, I'm not pulling all-nighter, so, mid-50s, and I'm just hoping that he goes low. Really crossing my fingers on this one. John Smith sent over 275. Thank you, saying in celebration of my new duped 550 Stark Spidey. Dude, congrats, man. That's awesome. A 550 Stark Spidey can do a whole lot for you in this game. Thank you very much for the 275. I'm gonna round that to 3 just because I like to keep it to a whole number, but yeah. Thank you, dude. Go get that Spoder, man. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I gotta get the 3-star, too, just in case I do miss out on the 5-star, which, I mean, you guys see the prediction I have for this guy, so, he doesn't have a ton of hype, but I do feel like there are still going to be a number of people going after this guy for the prestige. So, yeah, I'm not super confident in my score that I'll be able to put up. So I do need to pick up the 3 stars so that we have something to test tomorrow. Day stream, surprisingly the head is less shiny in the sub BG. Oh yeah, definitely is. With the addition of Gates becoming a consistent thing in MCOC, what is your favorite fast food restaurant? Favorite fast food restaurant? I don't really eat a lot of fast food. Trying to think of the last fast food place that I've even been to. I don't know if I've been to a fast food place since moving out here. I feel like I had to have, but I can't even remember a time. Oh, actually, okay, so the last time I had any fast food was almost 2 years ago. On the drive out here, we stopped at Wendy's. Actually, no, know what? Subway counts as fast food, right? Which we had... I went to Subway once out here. That's the only... There it is, man. It's the only fast food. But favorite of all time is Taco Bell. I used to eat Taco Bell like crazy, man. It just gets expensive. And then, of course, you know, the diarrhea that's involved is less than ideal. So, yeah, but no, Taco Bell is the best. Poos and Poos, sent out 5 of them Canadian bucks saying, if you don't get Spooter, will you then try grinding for Mysterio? You know, the more I think about Mysterio, the more I think I have to go for that guy regardless. Just because I have this tech rank up gem, I'm not getting any of these tech champions that I want, and I got to make use of this thing somehow, and it would be a prestige increase. So, I have to see what kind of time I have available come towards the end of the month here, but we'll see. It's likely that I'll go for him. If I feel like his hype is pretty high though, then I might have to just not go for it, because I gotta save my units. You know, that's why I'm not using units on this grind. Is I have to save them for like the next, like the Cyber Monday offer, for like the next Legends run and stuff like that. So like next time there's a champion that goes for a ridiculous high score like Namor, like I just gotta opt out of those probably. I say that, and if we get another Namor, like I don't regret going for him at all. So maybe I'd do it again, but we'll see. We would be Mysterio brothers. Ooh, well, Poos and Poos. Now that's even more enticing. All right, go for Warlock, maybe. See what that dude's prestige is. You have a huge hard-on for robots. I haven't looked at anything about him yet. I do like a few things about Mysterio though. I can't even remember all of them, but one is that he has a similar effect that Venom has, where like the Spidey champs can't evade or something, and I don't know, that's always pretty cool. Like I've got my I've got Venom, so I don't really need something like that, but you know, it's nice to have a backup in case Venom is busy, because he's always in AQ, or if this guy can somehow make AQ easier, which probably can't, because I think Venom is... I mean, Venom has a heal where this guy does not. I don't think, at least. But I don't know. Whatever, man. BG, don't bother with what people say. Trust me, I got this skinny Spidey, and he's actually really good. I'm 99% decided to rank 5 him. Ooh, Amino. Okay. That's pretty interesting, man. We do have one rank 5 in the Alliance right now. Guy had he had all the resources. He tested him once at 455. I think he was going to rank him up regardless. He would just kind of like posted that test. But even before he took him to 455, he was like, just posting in the Alliance chat like 565, you know? So we do have one, and he shared some footage. And I don't know, it seemed okay. But just okay. You know, like the lack of sustainability really hurts. But I am interested to test him out. I really do hope I get him. Like, obviously, you know, or else I wouldn't be grinding for him. So we'll see. BG, you are less shiny today. Did you forget to apply turtle wax? You know, I did. It's been a busy morning. Got a lot of stuff done. Missed a couple of my 4-star rounds, which I wasn't too happy about, but I just didn't have time to wax. I'll make sure to apply some fresh wax for this evening, later on. What's up, real deal? How many teams do you use / recommend using for the 2-star arena? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many 2-star. I'm trying to think if like the last time I ran through all my 2-stars. It's been a long time. Normally, here's what I'd recommend. If you can get 10 teams, that's great. You know, you don't need 10 teams, but usually 10 teams is like awesome, because then if you just run through those 10 teams 4 times, well, then you've got all the milestones. I've been having trouble getting all the milestones in that arena. Even when I just grind milestones, that one usually gets left out, or I'll get like half of them. I gotta get on it though, man. I need these units. I really gotta focus on hitting all those milestones when I'm not going for a champion at least. But yeah, 10 is good. Anything more than that is awesome, but you know. And I think when I started getting the milestones in that arena, you know, I think I only had like 3 teams, and I don't think I was hitting all the milestones with those 3 teams. This is going way back, way back when there was only 2 arenas or whatever. Wait, I'm just trying to think. No, yeah, it was a 2-star arena, right? It was a 2-star arena and then 3- and 4-star arena, because 5 stars weren't allowed in there. Yeah, so like way back in the day, when I first started playing this game, I just tried to get like 3 good teams going, and that was pretty good actually. Graham's struggling, got 5-star Void, and just pulled Aegon. Got a generic gem. Who do I give it to? It's up to you, real deal. Personally, I would go Void 100% of the time. I'm not a huge fan of Aegon. Like, he's fun to play. He's obviously super strong when you get his combo built up, but that relies on you actually getting his combo built up, and in a lot of situations, it's just not realistic. Whereas Void, he's good to go. He's a one-man wrecking crew. Doesn't need any synergies or anything like that. He does suck with suicides. That's like the one big downside to him, where a lot of people are running suicides these days because of the other top champions in the game benefiting greatly from them. So he's got that, but otherwise, yeah, I'm just so much of a bigger fan of Void. Did you hear about Heavy Trip? Just Google Heavy Trip IMDb when you get a chance, but it looks like an awesome metal comedy. Heavy Trip, was that? Look it up. I think somebody is it out already? I think someone was recommending a metal movie. I think it was on like Netflix or something like that I haven't got a chance to check out yet. Oh yeah, here we go. Impaled Rectum. Yeah, this is the one that they were talking about. Oh wait, was this not? Wait, is this release date? Oh no, that was last year. Okay. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Seems interesting. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Day stream, what's up, T-Stap? Aegon, after all that potion farming, I'm a huge fan of him. I don't want to shoot myself every time I play him at all. I can't tell if there's I can't tell if you actually like him or not. Look at that. Man. Have fun's gotta work. What's up, Star? Have fun at work, if that's possible. BG took Sentinel to rank 2 yesterday. Dude, Articast, I saw that, man. Man. What's it called? I saw the screenshot that you posted, too, where, like, the end of the Winter Soldier fight, you got hit some ridiculous amount of times, like 200 times or something like that, and you still killed him. And then you said you ended with like 80% health. Like, oh my god, dude, Sentinel is such a beast. That dude is still an underrated champion, in my opinion. Him and Darkhawk, both super strong. Trevor Stealthy from the feature GMC and struck out. Then I got myself a Recluse Crystal, the 2-4 one, spun it out, rolled over 2, then 3 Stealthy, back to 2-star, and got 4-star Stealthy. Ooh, nice. Congrats on your 4-star Spidey. Poison is 8 seconds long. Venom gonna be better spider counter ammo. Oh, wait, does he need to have the poison? Is that how Mysterio works? He has to have the poison on the enemy for the Spideys to not evade? Oh, well, that's disappointing. Ah, man, maybe I don't care about him as much then. I don't know. I need a tech champion, though, man. I really need a tech champion. Are my 4 stars up yet? No, they're not. Okay, well, I guess we're running the 5s. Somebody knocking at the door. Was that somebody knocking at the door? Ah, they'll knock again, I guess. Yeah, it was 252 hits. Oh my god, dude. That's so crazy. He's such a tank, man. It's ridiculous. ABG, what do tigers dream of when they take a little tiger snooze? Bagels with mustard is my first guess, but you're gonna have to go ahead and tell me exactly what they're thinking of. I don't know. It's Laura. She's locked out. Oh, don't say that, man. Now I'm like, no, she's at work. That would be bad though. Coming to find out she's out there knocking on the door. I'm just like, it's fine. What the Void synergy? That the Void version of Trinity? Wait, or what is the Void synergy? I mean, he doesn't really have a Trinity kind of thing. I don't know. People tried to get him into like the Killmonger, Sabretooth Void thing or whatever, but I don't think that was. I don't know, man. Meh all over. I see Void as like a solo dude for most situations, and then if you're doing long questing with him, throw Killmonger onto the team, and you're good to go. Thank you. I haven't opened any feature crystals in a long time. My last one was Infinity Man, and I got him as a 4-star the day he arrived with those usual offers in the store. Nice, dude. FBI open up. Oh, man. Hello, sir. I'm here. I thought we agreed to call Stealth Spidey by the nickname Sneaker. Doc McShoddy, you could try to get that going, and if it catches on, maybe I'll start saying it too. But you know, I'm gonna keep calling him Stealth Spidey for now. ABG, big fan. What is the best way to get 4-star crystals? I'm having lots of trouble getting more than 4 heroes over 1,000 rating, and I don't know what to do. Well, first thing that you gotta know, you have to kind of learn about this game, is that it's a very slow-paced game. Progression in this game is meant to take a while. So yeah, it's especially like early on when you first start getting into 4 stars, it takes a while to get them, but over time you get them faster and faster. And then the same thing happens with 5 stars and 6 stars, and you know, that's just kind of how the game works. So you got to be patient, but you can get them from all over the place, really. You can get them from the arena. Make sure to never sell any of your champions, like the premium hero crystals that you get from the arena. I'm not even talking about like the top prizes or anything. Just the premium hero crystals. They have a decent chance of giving a 4-star. Most of the time you're not going to get a 4-star out of them, but I think it's a 3% chance now, which is up from like when this game first started. And you are going to get some 4-stars from there. But even when you're not getting 4 stars, if you pull champions that you already have, you're going to get some shards of the next higher tier up. So make sure not to sell any of your champions. Do whatever quests you can, the monthly event quest, story quest. Join an alliance that participates in you know, in war, or just the other alliance-based activities like just summoner advancement. But it's just kind of slow early on. That's all there is to it. Lakers Bodyguard sent it over too. Thank you very much, dude. Sam Beaver. I did my Legends run today. Now I wait. Ooh, nice. I had to look at the date for a second because I couldn't remember what day the monthly event quest came out. And I was hoping that it wasn't over the time, but I think you're still good, right? The monthly event quest hasn't been out that long. So, dude, awesome. Good luck, man. I hope you get it. Thank you for the 2. Mr. Brian Giraffe Grant, what? How are you, good sir? Grind going well? I'm doing good, man. Yeah, the grind, I think, is going pretty well. Pretty happy with you know, my score. I'm just hoping he goes low. That's my only chance, is that he goes low. If he actually goes to what I have on the prediction there, then I'm screwed. Relast, I might be wrong, but if it's true, all you have to do is parry heavy to stop Spidey evade. What is your last one here? Hold on. Dying to a stupid Spidey right now, actually. Ah, got hit. Well, I don't know where your last one is. But the thing about Spideys is when you can parry Spideys, they're not that difficult because they can't evade while parried anyway. And I mean, sometimes you can parry them and they have limber and you can't parry them, you know, throughout the rest of the fight or something like that. But I was hoping that Mysterio would be another champion like Venom where they just can't evade, period. I thought it was something to do with his helmet when he had the fog or whatever it's called, but we'll see. I mean, I really don't know much about the champion. I'll wait till somebody makes like, hopefully the content creators get him or something like that. They can make some videos. Even though most of the time when they do that, I still really don't know much about the champion until I actually get to test them myself. What the fudge is up, Bry Guy? What up, J Divine? A.K.A. Huckleberry Hound. A.K.A. the coolest bald Caucasian I know. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate that. My wife screamed there was a spider in the bathroom, yelled back, just parry it. Oh, man. That is not how you score points with the wife. ABG just took my magic to rank 5 and goes to rank 4 today. Needless to say, it's been a good day. Yeah, dude, it sounds like it. Sounds like you got some serious progression done today, man. Very nice. Chufax thought I was never going to have a 5-star rank 4, and now I have a rank 4 Starkey, Hyperion, Void, and Venom at rank 4, and a bunch of 4-star rank 5 God tier champions. Yeah, man, it's just gotta have that patience, and your account will grow. Yo, BG, at least I can see you live now. Guess what? Guess what? I ranked 2 my 6-star Corvus, and he's smashing Alliance for like hot knife cutting butter. Also, I love Big Hub from Morocco. Dude, awesome. Congrats on your rank 2 Corvus. Slashing through. Something to do with his helmet. How are you so bad at reading? Also, we got him and testing. Okay. I don't know, man. I am bad at reading. I can't deny that. But I also didn't sit there and like study his abilities. I don't, you know, he's not even like I don't even have him in game. I'm not in the content creator thing anymore. So what the hell, man? Like I looked at Aunt May real quick. Just gave it like a once over, but I got other things to worry about. He's not even here yet. Same hit, same amount of parry. 6-star Corvus was behind in power. Dude, I did see that. Yeah, man. That was weird. That was very weird. I wonder if it has to do with like his rank at all. Probably not, because I mean I don't know. I guess I've never really compared champions like that before, but you know, I know some things are based on the champion's rank, just like, you know, like their stats or whatever, the block efficiency and stuff. But that was strange. It seemed like a bug to me. I don't know if Kabam ever commented on it or anything. Right, I'm watching you during a hurricane. You should feel special. Dude. Colin, stay safe, man. Hopefully the hurricane ain't too bad. What's up, BG? Who do you think is going to be helpful against the 6.2.6 boss? Rank 4 Morningstar, rank 4 Hood, or rank 4 Magic. Only Hood is unduped. Morningstar seems to be the best out of those. Morningstar is actually great versus that boss. All the healing that you get, it allows you to handle that that last phase much easier. The healing and the perfect block and all that. So yeah. But I mean, Magic can do it too. I've seen Magic do it, but yeah, out of those, and people have said Hood has done it too, but out of those, I would definitely say Morningstar. BG, usually I take up Captain Marvel movie or Corvus. If you run Suicides, Corvus is probably the answer. That said, Sparkles has higher prestige, so if prestige is a factor, then you definitely want to go with Sparkles. And if you're not running Suicides, then I would just go with Sparkles. Does anyone know when is the last day to try Legends Run? I'm worried now. I think you're good. I think it's 2 weeks after the event quest comes out or something. But I think you're good. Hey BG, what's up, Liam? All his stuff were leaked and are on Aunt May. Other things to worry about. Is it your imaginary website again? No, man. Like, what's going on in game right now I'm talking about? People are too worried about the future. People have already moved on past this month. I'm trying to take advantage of it and think that, oh, maybe people are worried about next month so much, and then they just gave up. They lost all their hype for this month. Cool. Let me get some easier grinds going. We'll see if there's any truth to that. ABG, you think I should rank 5 Thing and use generic on him? He's cool, I guess, but the main reason would be prestige. He's... I mean, if you need prestige, then yeah, definitely rank him up, give him the generic and stuff like that, because of course he is one of the highest prestige champions right now. He is a great champion too, and I would probably do it regardless. The only questionable thing is the generic, because for a lot of situations you don't really need him awakened, I guess, but for some of the oh man, when you need that awaken ability, oh my god, is it an awaken ability? So he's probably worth the generic regardless, but yeah, I would do it. I would absolutely do it. I wish I had a thing myself. Alright, I'm pretty far scrolled up here. ABG from your fellow northerner, hashtag Philly, at 10 mil so far for 4-star version. Haven't tried at 5-star arena yet, but I'm pretty sure I can hit the mark as long as it's 45 mil. I don't think I can do 65 mil. Yeah. Well, good luck in the 4-star, and yeah, man, we'll have to see what this guy actually goes for this first round. I'm thinking, man, it's so hard to tell what happens too. Like, if he goes low round 1, is he gonna go low again round 2, or is he gonna go high round 2? If he goes high round 1 and people don't like him, then maybe he'll go low round 2. Like, it's so hard to predict this stuff. Sometimes it can be fun just going for it though, and just seeing like what you can really put up in the 5-star. Even if you may not get it. Tweet if you can, please. Okay. Still can't show it on screen, but what do we got? Ooh, my 6th feature. I think it was worth it. Dude, congrats on your Namor, man. Pretty good stuff. Very good stuff, actually. That is awesome. Hey, bro. I got my first 5-star today. It was Bishop. Is he good? Bishop is okay. I would say average to slightly above average pull. He's not useless. You're probably going to have a better time using some of your 4-stars over him still. But he has some cool abilities. He has a lot of energy resistance, and if you don't have a champion that can cover something like getting through Iceman yet or something, you know, he's great for that. Iceman, Magic, he's definitely got some uses. Dude, I've been jonesing for day stream. My bun hairs were standing on end, so I knew. What's up, Cade? What you changed that you can't show Twitter? I don't know. There's some bug with either OBS or my browser or something. I don't know. Where I'll show you what happens if I try to show it. This happens. It just goes to an all-white screen. I did a quick little Google search to see if I could fix it, and I'm sure there's answers out there. It's probably not the first time this has happened, but a couple of things that people recommended trying to fix it didn't work. So yeah, I'm just kind of, I don't know. I want to change a lot of things here anyway pretty soon, so I don't know. I'm thinking about trying like the Streamlabs OBS. Which, yeah, I don't know. That would probably change things too, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to get it fixed one way or another soon, but for now, that's why I can't show stuff on Twitters anymore or anything in browser. Can't go look at funny images anymore. Cairo's sending over a couple of bucks. Thank you, dude. Saying last por favor? Sure. I'm on it. Hang on. Let me just check out this Red Hulk real quick. Your last one is... Here we go. BG did much testing. Figured out how Venom the Duck banks buffs if you have multiple ones. The order he banks is regen, fury, crit, and power gain. So if you have 2 of each, you will bank both regens and 1 fury. Yeah, I did. I kind of found that out a short while ago as well, which is kind of disappointing to be honest. Because I think regen is great for Venom the Duck, but only like 1, maybe 2 for most situations. It's rare that you want like more than 1 or 2. And that just seems to be like the default that the game gives you if you try to bank them at the start of the fight. That is one thing I actually don't like about Venom the Duck, but good work figuring out how he works. It was actually I posted on Reddit not too long ago by the person who made the anime website. Thought I'd share because I know you like him. Yeah, no, dude, I love him. I still love him, even though I think that's a slight fault of the champion, but I still love him. Thank you very much for the 2, dude. I also did a quick Google to see why my content creator channel is streaming all the time. Couldn't figure it out. Yeah, that's really bizarre, Cam, because it's been live for I don't even know how long. What's up, BG? Any ideas for rags on Aegis Intercept? Thinking maybe AA or Killmonger, maybe Domino, but any others besides your basic True Strike options? Well, Invisible Woman. I think she could do it. Maybe. I'm pretty sure, at least, because I think... I can't remember exactly how she works. I've only fooled around with her a little bit. That sounded dirty the way I said that. But I think, you know, it's not like Ghost's phase where as soon as you attack, like, you come out of it. It's... I think you can... attack and then like his next attack will miss or something, or actually I'm not even entirely sure if that is true or not. I don't know. But any other options besides like True Strike? Tanky champions I'm sure will do fine. So if you have a Sentinel, you build up his analysis charges or something like that, I'm sure it'll be just fine taking a couple of hits. Or champions that have some type of regen, because the guy doesn't really hit that hard. But I don't take that node myself, so I don't have any like first-hand experience of fighting that guy. I think a lot of people end up using Corvus on him. You should use a champ who shrugs off stun on an intercept like Iceman, so if you get unlucky, you won't get punished. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Iceman could work. Never mind, apparently that's not a Greek word, and it's Aegis according to Google. However, I say stick with the Greek pronunciation. Wait, what is the Greek pronunciation? I say Aegis just because that's how I've always known it. I mean, there's been there's been people that have pronounced it different ways, because it's I don't want to say it's like a popular word in gaming things, but it kind of is. Like, that word is definitely present in a lot of other games. And it's actually in Dota 2, it's like the trophy for the biggest tournament. They give you an Aegis of the Immortal, which if you don't play the game, you're probably like, what the hell is that? But anyway, some of the commentators call it Aegis. Some of them Aegis. Some of them probably Aegis, but I just like Aegis. I say the words how I think they sound cool, or something like that. I don't know. BG, who do you think I should rank for up duped 5-star Vision or unduped Domino? Have Red Hulk for synergy as well. Probably Domino. Like, they're both useful champions for sure, but Vision, I don't know. Vision doesn't get used well. Actually, hold on. Okay, for some reason I had it in my head that these were 4 stars that we were talking about, because it said rank 4 up, and yeah, I got confused. Sorry about that. I was about to say, like, you don't really need to use Vision for like a lot of the earlier content, because these newer champions just blow them up so much faster than when Vision like first came out and you actually needed his power control. These days you just get like a lucky crit with Domino and the fight's over. But when it comes to the 5-star version, well, sometimes you do need what OG Vision has to offer. And they're both good. There's no way I could really answer that question. It kind of just depends on what you need, what you think is missing from your roster. If you already have a bunch of other hard-hitting champions, well, Domino's just going to fill that very similar role and may not actually be all that useful for you. But if you don't have champions like that, then, you know, Domino probably would be used more frequently. Is that Super Dirty Pickle sending over $10? Dude, thank you very much. Saying, what's up, brother? Took Namor to rank 4 and gave him 150 stones. Nice, man. 2 Mystic Fortify and 1 Tech Fortify still in the bank, but sometimes you just gotta have some fun. Feels sexy. Dude, he's so cool. My game just froze. There we go. Yeah, dude, he's super cool. You're gonna have a ton of fun with him. I still have to post my video on that guy. Just me having a little bit of fun with him. But I've been busy grinding and then taking care of some other stuff, so I haven't got to it yet. But dude, Super Dirty Pickle. Thank you, man. Sig 150 is like good enough to use him for like any of the damage reflecting stuff too. You know, it reduces the damage by so much. Sig 180, I'm reducing it by like 91%. I don't know exactly what Sig 150 is, but I'm sure it's fine. But of course, still want to get to Sig 200, you know. BG, forgot to mention, pulled Fury 5-star, worth the Skill Awakening gem and rank 4 gem. Debatable. I think he's an amazing defender. I think he's actually a great defender. Probably somewhere in like the top 10 at the moment. And for that, he does need to be awakened, I would say. So if you're looking for a defender, then absolutely yes. If you're looking to use him offensively, it's tough to say. I don't know. Like, he's good and all, but I don't see many people using him. If you can pair him up with a Captain Sparkles, then I would say that would definitely help things. But if you don't have a Captain Sparkles to pair him up with, then I don't know. Like he's good. His damage is really good and all, but so are a lot of other champions, and I don't know exactly what he brings to the table that you may not already have covered. I'm sure there are things, but so like all that to say, yeah, probably worth it. But it's not an obvious immediate like, oh, definitely kind of worth it. Philly Willie sent an 05 saying, hi BG, been a while. Still watch the playbacks on the way to and from work though. Good luck on the grind. By the way, last two please. All right, Philly Willie, dude. Thank you very much. Always good to see you in here. Let me see where your last two are at. Finally, Daystream question in a dilemma. Rank 5 my Hyperion or rank 4 then rank 5 my Ghost. Still have Variance and Labyrinth. I have rank 5 Void, Blades, Sparky. P.S. Can't believe I finally got my bush, dude. Yeah. The old banana bush. That's a tough one, man. That is a tough one. Like, Ghost is extremely powerful. Hyperion is too, though. And just thinking about like your other class types, and that your Hyperion is already rank 4, and it would allow you to get another rank 5 faster. It's tough. This definitely is a dilemma. Your other champions are also not very suicide friendly. I would say if you run suicides or you want to transition to running suicide masteries, then go Ghost. If you don't have any interest in running the suicides, then probably just go Hyperion, and then you could rank up Ghost next. I think even without suicides, Ghost is great, and you know you can get a lot of use out of her. But there certainly is a big difference when running them compared to not running them. So, so yeah, that is a tough call. But because your Hyperion is closer and the class balance, and if you have no interest in suicides, I would pick him. If you do have interest in them, go Ghost. And dude, thank you very much once again for the 5. Sparkles needs Fury more than Fury needs Sparkles IMO. Yeah, I totally agree. The only reason I said what I said about Fury, if you have Sparkles, is just because you can pair them up together, and well, then you have 2 very powerful champions on the team. Whereas, like, if you're using Sparkles with a low-level Nick Fury backing her up, if Sparkles goes down, well, then your backup is also kind of crappy too. Or you might need to bring in another champion that covers the bleed damage that he has, or something like that. So, but yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, I can't remember all of Nick Fury's synergies that he gets, but off the top of my head, I don't remember anything that's like a super standout that he needs. He's more of a supporting synergy dude, from my memory at least. I could be wrong on that though. Hey BG, just ranked up my 5-star Venom to rank 3. Got that good luck from me. Nice, dude. Yeah, Venom, dude, I love Venom. Oh, speaking of, I gotta go check on AQ after this fight. I might be free. And give me 1 sec here, guys. Alright, sorry. Had to take a look at a message I got real quick. Oh, man. Love my Venom, took mine to rank 4, and would love to rank him to 5. Yeah, dude. He's great. He really is. Have you played more with Invisible Woman? Not yet. I'm still debating whether or not I want to take her to rank 4. I mean, I definitely want her at rank 4, of course. Just like all these other characters that I have. But still got to be a little bit stingy with the tier 2 alpha at the moment. Oh, never mind. Still backed up here. I want to do something cool if I end up not using all these damn pots on 2 damn lanes. May even share some sweet footage with you. I know you like feet. Wish me luck. Well, alright. Good luck. Since I have 565 Aegon, I've come to appreciate the funny or Fury / Quake synergy more. Every synergy has its use. So good, man. Yeah. Absolutely, dude. I haven't taken advantage of that synergy in any meaningful way myself, but I could definitely see some use for it. Hyperion, Aegon needs the dupe. If Hype isn't duped, probably Venom. Oh, talking to someone else maybe. Does anyone know who the oldest champs in MCOC are? I don't know all the oldest ones, but there are champions known as the 2015 champions. And there's some nice infographics out there that you can find just because there are certain rank-up gems that only work on 2015 champions. Also, what do we have to do to get a 5-star OG Deadpool? Really wish they would give us a chance to get him. Still have 2 2015 Mutant 3-4 gems in my pocket. Dude, I just want a red Deadpool of any kind, man. that is interesting though that they haven't released him as a 5-star yet. Honestly, I don't think he's OP. Like, you can do some cool things with him. That regen gets pretty nutty, but he would still be mostly just a trophy champion. I want him for Synergies. It makes me sad that that I'll never have him to cover certain synergies, even if they don't really matter all that much. I still just want to be able to. Guess it's Ghost then. I love me some suicides. Been practicing with 4-star Ghost. Suck, but getting better. Probably won't rank till I master a little more. Okay. Yeah, dude. If you're into the suicides, then that's definitely the way to go. She covers so much ground in this game. And yeah, the damage output. She has like the best utility in the game along with the best damage in the game, basically, you know. One of for each of those. There is no like absolute best, but yeah. Use my 565 AA for most Aegis intercept. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm guessing you get some neuros going and then intercept. You know, I always wanted to try like a what's it called? Black Widow for that node. She's probably not too reliable. She doesn't hit very hard either, so it probably wouldn't work out. Plus, most people don't have her as a 5-star, but it'd be cool. Scarlet Witch, as she is now, releases a 5-star 565. Would be usable at best. She'd be more than usable, but I do think that there are other champions that they're stronger than her. Yes, absolutely. Trophy champ for sure, but also because he's just kind of cool, and the Nick Fury synergy is the real prize. Yeah, dude. That would, I mean, honestly, there are times where he would be more than just a trophy champion. Back before everybody had, you know, high-level 5-stars in abundance, there were people bringing their 4-stars to, you know, Alliance Quest, and all the healing that he has, super sustainable and everything. I also think that people sometimes think that immunities are the only way to counter certain nodes. You know, they see a node where it has like poison on it and they're like, oh great, now I have to find a poison immune, and what if I don't have a poison immune or something like that. And in some cases, well yeah, you kind of do need a poison immune. Or like drastically makes the fight better. But there's also ways, there's other ways to get around it, and healing is one of the best ways to get around it. And I feel like with a 5-star version of Deadpool, he would get around those types of nodes. It wouldn't be as powerful as the straight-up immune ones or the champions that can shrug things off. But he would absolutely be able to get through certain fights like that. Are there any good websites for Arena, for MCOC Arena, for like team recommendations? I don't know if any exist, but really, you don't need to think about it all that much. The most important thing is the infinite streak. If you're not sure what the infinite streak is, then just type into YouTube MCOC infinite streak. I have an older video on it, but it does go into a lot of the details about the infinite streak and other things in the arena. It's just back when I made it, there were only 2 arenas, and now there's 5 of them. Otherwise, the info is still solid. And once you have the infinite streak down, well, before you are on the infinite streak, you just throw in kind of your crappiest champions, and then when you're on the infinite streak, which is usually like rounds 15 and beyond, they're not difficult fights, and as long as you're using powerful enough champions, and then you just throw in your highest ones and don't think about it too much. Just, you know, arena is a lot about efficiency, both in terms of like speed of how fast you can do each round, and also efficiency in terms of just thinking. You don't want to put too much thought into it of like, oh man, I got to pair up this champion with this champion, and oh, if I mess up, then now I got to change this other team. You're going to get too frustrated with Arena if you do that, I feel. Even though some people do it, I suppose. Hey BG, should I rank 2 my unduped 6-star Aegon for rank 5, or rank 5 5-star Emma Frost, Hyperion, or Venom? You definitely don't want to rank 2 an unduped Aegon. No. As for which 5-star to go with, they're all good champions. It kind of depends on what you need. They all have some pretty different abilities there between the 3. And yeah, I don't know how much I can help you out with that decision. Depends on who you like, what you feel is missing with your current champions and all that, but no, do not rank up an unduped 6-star Aegon. That will slow your progression. What's up, Glory Man? Did I ever say what's up to you, man? I saw your name. It's one of those things. I saw your name. In my head, it was like, oh, cool, Glory's here. And then I went to go read a different comment. Hey, Brian, is 6-star Nightcrawler good for rank 2? Probably not, man. He's a great champion. And I think that he's actually a very solid defender. And attacker. And therefore, I don't think is that bad of a rank 2 option. If you are in need, like especially of a defender. But there are probably much better ways to spend your resources still. The only way I'd recommend anyone to rank 2 a 6-star Nightcrawler is like the very elite in this game that are like the top of all the leaderboards, and they, you know, spend a fair bit of money to pick up a lot of offers, and they just have a lot more tier 5 basic to work with than the average player. And then rank 2ing a 6-star Nightcrawler would actually be pretty good. Much more helpful than most rank 2 6-stars, I feel. just because of how good he could be on D. What's up, Sarango? Hey, sup, my brother Twin. Good luck in your grind, bro. Go, go, Sarango, my brother Twin. Good luck to you too, man. Rip934 said in 05. Thank you, dude. Saying, if you had to choose one to be your friend, who would you choose, Sean or Gus? Oh, come on. You can't do that to me. You can't do that to me, man. One? Only one? No, they come in a pair, dude. If I could only pick one, though, I would say Gus, just because I'd be less likely to get killed doing something stupid. I feel like Sean would try to get me involved with some crazy stuff, man. All the stuff they do on that show, you know, it's all like pretty lighthearted compared to like, you know, most like detective shows or whatever, but they're always in these ridiculous situations where it's like, you guys should probably be dead. But they're not, which is good, of course. But yeah, I would say Gus for that reason. Otherwise, though, man, they come in a pair. Can't split them up. But thank you, dude. Black Seraphim sent it over $2 saying it's wet. You must be outside in the summertime heat with a bottle of water and the condensation there. That must be what you're talking about. And okay. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that, Black Seraphim. Thank you for the 2. There can't be anything else that you're implying with that comment in the slightest. So I just did an efficiency run in the Tier 4 Class Callus Arena. Had a net of 4K battle chips, plus 30 units, plus 4K gold, and only 6 matches. No need to bother with going to 2.5 mil and lose a whole bunch of gold for ISO chunks. Yeah, pretty much. I still wish I had time to do that arena, if I'm being honest. Like, for the most part, it is ISO, but I have pulled Tier 4 basics out of there. Is today the final day for that arena? Well, actually, it can't be the final day, because otherwise it would have been done by now, right? So, well, I'm going out tomorrow, and then we're doing Spidey testing. But if Spidey testing ends early, then I'm hitting that arena, man. If you're ranking up a 6-star Nightcrawler at this stage of the game, you are certifiably crazy. I don't know, man. Like I said, only if you have a lot of extra resources. But honestly, I feel like ranking up a 6-star. I hate the idea of ranking up almost any 6-star. There's very few circumstances to which I think ranking up a 6-star is a good idea. Very few. In my case, if I pulled a Corvus or Ghost, I would consider it, because I don't have those champions as 5 stars, and in order to be competitive in Legends runs, I feel like I would need to do that. You know, something like that. And there are a few different other situations like that too. But for the most part, I'm not a fan of the idea of ranking up a 6-star, period. But I actually think that for a lot of players out there, ranking up a Nightcrawler to rank 2 as a 6-star would be more beneficial than ranking up like a 6-star Corvus, even if they already have a 565 Corvus. And I mean that. And that might sound certifiably crazy, but I actually mean that. I would also rank 2 a Sentinel, because I love Sentinel. If I got him and duped him. Dysentery Joe, read my last. Black Seraphim might have been referring to it. What is your last one? BG, should I rank 2 my air conditioner this summer or rub ice cubes all over my body? Oh, dude, yeah, that must have been what Black Seraphim was talking about. Ooh, rank 2 air conditioning, huh? I would go with the cubes. I would go with the cubes. I've had a couple drinks, but that still sounds crazy. Well, 6-star crawler hits like a truck, and I'll never regret my rank 2 Gulk. Can't wait for the dupe. I wouldn't use him offensively much. I mean, he can hit really hard. I think he has to be awakened to hit hard, though. To be honest, unawakened, it's just you know, it's okay. But you get those extra furies from the awakened ability. There's too odd in your room. You just know crazy talk turns me on. Well, dude, if you care about war, what's gonna help more? Having a Corvus at rank 2, if you already have a 565, doubling up on Corvus, is that gonna help more, or getting a pretty sick defender? In my opinion, one of the best defenders ranked up. Like before they fixed his little trick to switch him. If that trick was still a thing, then I wouldn't be saying this. But with that trick fixed, I legit think that he's one of the best defenders. I wouldn't say he's better than, like, you know, Domino or Havoc or something like that, but yeah. Nightcrawler's Ghost and Corvus Candy. That trick works fine now. Take it all back. Wait, does the trick work again? And I guess he does get eaten alive by those champions, but still. Man, the trick works? I have to test this out. I wasn't aware that it actually worked. Does it work? Does it work the same way, or is there like a different trick to it? Because someone kept telling me, like, oh no, the trick still works, and then I tried it, and then they would just walk slowly up to me. Is there no node where Nightcrawler would be good, though? Some node that maybe those two can't handle? Same trick, same way? Okay. Well, personally, I still hate running into Nightcrawlers. What was the trick in the first place? Just like when they dash back. Let me try it against this guy. Oh, see, he just dashed at me. And he's just walking towards me. Maybe I'm not doing it exactly correct, but he just keeps walking towards me instead of standing there. But BG, you have Sparky, your favorite champ in the game. Nightcrawler is Sparky food? I disagree with that. I get eaten alive by Nightcrawlers playing Stark Spidey a lot of times. Yeah, but you're ghostless and corvusless and pantless. I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. Sometimes Nightcrawler will switch himself after evading. Just laugh myself when he does. Yeah, I have had that happen, and that's always lovely. Hi BG, what champs are best to place on all or nothing nodes in war defense? On all or nothing nodes, I mean, there's counters to everything, but I think people have used Thing there and had pretty good success with that. I don't know who gets placed on all or nothing these days, because there's a bunch of good spots for Thing, and I don't know how many like your group has and stuff. I don't know. I don't really handle defense, so I don't even know like what all the nodes are and everything. I still stand by my statement, though. I rather have, I don't know. Personally, I don't think I care about having multiple Corvi, and I'd rather just rank up some other type of champion. Hey BG, best war boss? I don't know if there's a best. Some of the most common ones are Thing, Havoc. Who else gets put as the war boss these days? I'm sure it varies a bit by tier as well. I think we saw Medusa still. She doesn't really get placed there a ton anymore. She used to. The champion we've seen places the boss. Those are all the ones I could remember. Pretty positive the trick isn't fixed. That's what I'm saying, man. I feel like it's either the trick has changed or it's like device based or something like that, because I don't know, some people, they said it never broke, and I agree with what Codicius is saying. I see Domino's war boss quite a bit. I get really annoyed every time. Domino's annoying just anywhere. I don't know if we have seen her a ton as a boss. Every once in a while, I suppose. Does Venom work well with suicides? Not really. You know, he can get by and do some fights with suicides, but you really don't want to be running suicides with him. But for example, you know, I use him for like you know, an entire lane in Alliance Quest, like, or an entire section, and it's fine as long as I don't get hit. But I wouldn't be able to use him for much more than that. You don't know how good it feels to finish AQ fights in 20 seconds? I mean, every once in a while, when the stars align and I get like 10 Furies right off the start. Haven't been able to switch Nightcrawler in a while. Still a nice snack for my Spark. Just can't try to 5-hit. Let him beat himself with his aggressiveness. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he does so much damage that if I slip up at all using Stark Spidey, it just puts me in a real bad spot. If I can stun him, then it's fine, but if I don't have stuns, if he's on like some limber or something like that, then it gets pretty rough. You don't want to give out much in defense advice. I really just don't have much to share. Trust me, I'm not hiding any info or anything. Basically, like, here's how the defense phase goes for me. I have a screenshot that I share with the officers in the Alliance. They tell me which champions to put on defense. And then I just throw them in there randomly on the first nodes I see. And then they arrange them. That's it. I know, like, which champions I tend to find more difficult when I come across them. And sometimes I can give a little bit of advice based on that, but it's not much. Speaking of suicides, does Nick Fury work with suicides? Not well, but you can still use them. Basically the same thing I just said about Venom. Brian knows and does very little where Alliance management stuff is concerned. Sort of. I help out, or I did help out in the past with some AQ planning stuff. It wasn't a ton of help, but it was some. Yeah, MG, when you go for milestones, where do you stop for the 4-star featured and 5-star featured? Well, a lot of times if I'm going for milestones, I won't get all of them in the 5-star featured, so a lot of times I'll just get to like 3 million. Just basically trying to run my 6 stars as much as I can. And a lot of times I just kind of give up after about 3 million points. But if I do go for all the milestones, then I also try to get the 2,000 5-star shards, which I usually stop at like 13.5. In the 4-star featured, I normally stop right after the final milestone, and that's it. Has he ever done math correctly? I'm been puzzled many times. Maybe you better go work on your own education there before you start bugging me about mine. 2018 champs made people forget that not most champs are not suicide friendly. Yeah, there have been a lot of champions added recently that are suicide friendly, but most of them are really not. Yes, I'll be nice. Normally, I don't say anything about that because, you know, it's just a typo or whatever. Even if you did say that in real life, like, I still know what you're talking about. It doesn't actually matter. But if you're in here talking trash, any advice against Mordo on Aegis Node and Alliance War, such BS? There are certain champions where the Astral Evade from him doesn't work. Like it gets disabled. There's a bunch of those. There's a few different ways to do it. Some champions, they just can't miss on their first attack, like Ghost. Or, you know, after going invisible on their first attack, whatever. I think if a fatigue debuff prevents the Astral Evasion, or, you know, someone like Iceman. There is a way to heavy attack Mordo without any of that stuff too, but it is a little bit riskier, and in war I don't really recommend it. Where if you like parry stun them and then wait for the stun timer to basically be done, you can get the heavy attack that way. There's also the method of just using any champion and waiting for Mordo to go into his power gain phase. Back him up against the wall, because he'll want to like naturally dash back in that mode and turtle up most of the time. And then you can heavy them while they're against the wall. I'm assuming we're talking about the heavy one, not the intercept one, right? Because the intercept one would be just like any other champion. He doesn't have anything against intercepting. That I'm aware of, at least. PG, I've got an important question. Rank 3 5-star She-Hulk, or wait for the generic gem from the calendar and use it on 4-star Void, then rank 5 him. Got no 6 stones at the moment. They're both good. It just depends on what you need. Do you need Void's utility, or do you need another, well, basically She-Hulk's utility of the slow debuff and all the damage that she has and everything. I don't think there is a right or wrong answer. It just depends on what you need. I would say if you're worried about Sig Stones, Void doesn't need high Sig level. It's nice to have, but even just Awaken Sig level 1 is great for him. Infinity Man or Night Thrasher? To be honest, I'm not super well versed in either of those two champions, but which one I prefer playing would be Iron Man Infinity War. I do love Dark Hawk. Let me say that very slowly in case it doesn't come out right. I do love Dark Hawk. And Night Thrasher has a pretty decent synergy with him, but It's not enough for me to want to go with him. He does have some other cool things though, like the incinerate immunity and. Oh, you meant his counters for Mordo. Oh, okay. Well, my bad. I thought you were just asking, like, just generally between the two, which one I think is cooler. What's the lowest this guy goes? Because I need a really low cutoff. Well, I could see him going like 40. I can't see him going lower than the low 40s, I would say. But I can see him going like 42-ish. It'd be nice if that's what his cutoff is. But of course, he has the potential to go much higher. It all depends on how many people are grinding for him, because I think there's going to be like 100 people or like 80 people at least that put up like 70 mil. But if there's not a lot of people going for him, then there's going to be a big drop off, and well, that's what I'm hoping for. Because there's no way I'm going to put up 70 mil either. I'm going to cap out somewhere in the mid-50s. How about Namor or Symbiote Supreme for all or nothing nodes? Which champions benefit more from using Special 3 in the game overall? I mean, I guess both of them can handle all or nothing nodes depending on what other nodes are there and what champion you're fighting. I mean, I don't know which one would be able to handle it better. If I had to guess, I'd probably say Symbiote Supreme, just because you can survive the L3 and then get some staggers up if the enemy gains like well, no, actually you can't. I don't think you can stagger thing actually, right? Can you? You can't prevent things unstoppable with Sim Supreme, can you? Either way, that's probably going to be a nightmare of a fight. I don't think either of those champions are ideal for it. But if you're patient in those fights, I could see you getting it done. Like in a pinch, in a questing situation, if there was like a gate that you had to go through and it had one of those nodes and you could only bring in certain champions, I could see you like stalling out the fight and getting it done with them. BG low-key does astrophysics level math, but his brain hurts so much when he streams he forgets how numbers work. Gotta save the brain for work on unfolding the universe. Well, thank you, Dysentery Joe. Now you gave away all my secrets. What's astrophysics, though? I don't know. I'm just kidding. No, I would... God, I can't even imagine doing some... being involved in any of that in any way. You know, one of my biggest regrets about school was that I didn't take a physics class in high school. I always thought like most of the science classes I took were pretty cool, but I just didn't care about well, anything related to school pretty much. So I never took, like, we only had to take like 3 years of science or something like that. I can't remember what all of them were. It was like biology, chemistry, and something else. But physics was like, yeah, it was for like seniors that wanted to take another year of science or something. And I regret not doing it because, I don't know, man. Watching like any of like the physics or even just general science-based YouTube channels, that stuff's really cool. Just tried both Infinity Man, Night Thrasher against Mordo. Both can parry and heavy, and Mordo's evade will fail. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good stuff. Earth and Physical Sciences, Biochem is the order I had. South UBG. Earth and Physical Sciences, then Bio, then Chem, huh? Earth and Physical Sciences doesn't sound familiar. I was... it might have been something like that, actually. I really can't remember. It really might have been something like that, though, because I want to say... I'm pretty sure chemistry was junior year. No, it was definitely junior year. I don't know when bio was. I want to say bio was freshman year, but it might not have been. Might have been similar to that. Don't hurt yourself, BG, every day. Pixie Bell, every day. What is Ask Turd Physics? Dreamin' teaches that? Wow. Hello, man. What do you think about Cap Marvel? The new one? Captain Sparkles? She is very sparkly. She's great. One of the coolest looking champs. And when she goes all sparkly, at least. And extremely powerful. Biology, chemistry, and something else. Physics, what you're talking about? That's the three? No, physics, I'm telling you, that was not the third one. It was definitely something else. I really don't remember much from those classes. I kind of remember my biology teacher was kind of a dick, but he's also kind of cool at the same time. And then my chemistry teacher was awesome. But I'm pretty sure she failed me. That was like the only class that I ever failed, and I'm pretty sure she failed me. I wanted. I wish there was a way that I could know if she failed me on purpose, even though I aced the test, because I'm almost positive that I aced the test. I'll tell that story in a second here. Stephen Quinn sent it over £2. Thank you very much. Saying if bio and chem are gone, what's left? In science? Oh, there's tons of things in science. There is only 3. No way, man. There's like different levels of bio and chem, and you know, there's so many different things. So many different classes that you could take. I don't know exactly all of them. It's been way too long since I looked at any of that stuff. But earth science, aka geology, yeah. There's way more other things though. But dude, thank you very much for the £2. But okay, so the chemistry teacher that I had, she was super cool. I can't remember her name, but I can remember like her face. And she kind of just let us screw around a lot, which was great. But it was like screwing around while learning, you know? It's like the best kind of teacher, basically. Because you have fun and you're learning at the same time versus the teachers that are just like, okay, everybody open up your books, here's what we're learning today, and it's just like snooze fest. But in high school, I just didn't care about my grades whatsoever. And there was a little loophole where you could do nothing the entire year, not hand in a single assignment, fail every single test, get zeros across the board. But at the end of the semester, if you got an 80% or higher on the final exam, then you passed the class. You passed with like a 0.6 or whatever. Like it was the lowest possible passing thing, but you still passed. And I did this in a lot of classes. Where I would do absolutely nothing. Zero homework, zero everything else. It's not recommended, all right? I'm not giving this as advice to anyone in school right now. You guys should definitely try your best and all that. But that's just the truth. So I did this in a lot of classes, and I would always pass at the end of the year. Never failed any of them until this class, until this chemistry class. And the first semester, I did exactly what I just described. I paid attention during the classes because I was actually interested in it. Dude, I knew like most of the periodic table like from memory at the time. Right now I don't know any of it. But I don't know, I just thought it was so cool. But I didn't want to do any work. Um, so then, yeah, I aced the first semester's final exam. And I guess I was cocky about it. And I'm sure the teacher didn't like that, you know? Where, in most classes, I wouldn't exactly, like, brag about this plan of mine, but it was such a relaxed atmosphere in that class that, you know, I just kind of openly said it, like, I don't know exactly how I said it, but she knew my plans, basically, which is a dumb move on my part. And, you know, come the end of the year, I take the final exam, and I ace it. I know for a fact I aced that test. There was, like, you know, out of 50 questions, or however many questions it was, there was maybe, like, 2 that I was like, I don't know if this was the right answer. But all the other ones, I was very confident in my answers. And what do I get? A 78. Straight BS right there, man. Like the first semester I got like a 96 or something like that. I was very confident that I was gonna have something like in the 90s or at worst high 80s. And I get a 78 where you need an 80 to pass the class. Total BS. I don't know what she did. It was like those Scantron things where she would have had to like erase the answers or just like lie afterwards. I don't know, man. But I swear there was some fishy business going on there. It wasn't a huge deal at the end of the day. I just had to take a science in my senior year where most people didn't, and I just took like the most basic science class. And then I just did the same thing again, and I you know, passed or whatever. Like, I mean, it's not recommended if you're trying to go to college. Which is why I definitely, even if you're not trying to go to college, it's, don't do what I did, but still. By the way, I can confirm BG is lying. I've had so many kids email me crap like this, and they have always been wrong. Well, I don't know the kids that you're dealing with, Dreamin', but I knew my stuff. Ian Pinch sent over $2 saying, Daystream. What's up, dude? Thank you very much for the 2. How come BG hates kids? Wait, what? Where's this comment coming from? Like, most classes, I would just pass out. In this class, I actually stayed awake for most of it, because it was a lot of just, like, lab stuff, you know? I still liked her. I still thought she was one of the best teachers I've ever had. And I never, like, complained. I never once asked her about, you know, but it was just always in my head. But I always kind of blame myself of just like, well, I mean, I did do nothing all year. I did do nothing all, like, in terms of handing in work. Anytime that you had to, like, write anything down or turn something in, I didn't do any of that. I just did the fun stuff of, like, okay, today we're gonna play with fire or something, whatever it was. And as long as I graduated, I didn't care. Speaking of college, how about an online degree? Could be helpful down the line. Also, you can study at your own pace. Yeah, but what do I need like, I don't know, man. Here's the thing. I love learning, and I learn stuff all the time online. So I'm already, like, going to school online, essentially. I feel like I don't need to pay all the additional money to get, like, the piece of paper. For the stuff that I'm interested in, at least. I'm sure it could be helpful at some point in the future, just like anything can be helpful, but I feel like it's such a low chance that it's not worth doing, and I'd rather put my energy towards something else. And instead of learning like, oh god, I think I'm dead here. Oh, there we go. Instead of learning some things that I may not want to learn, I could just focus more on the things that I do want to learn. Slept through geometry the entire semester and got a 96%, third highest in school. Kids were pissed. Oh man, kids used to get pissed at me too, Dysentery Joe. The kids got pissed at me for my SAT score, which, you know, I mean, I didn't ace the SATs. I wasn't one of those that like, oh, you got a perfect score or something like that. Like, no. But it was decent enough. It was in the old scoring system, which I don't know what like the highest score is now, but in the old scoring system, the highest was 1600, and I think I got like 1200. And I never once tried to like brag about the score or anything like that, but I didn't lie when someone asked me, and I remember actually like feeling bad about it at one point, but also kind of like F you to this one girl who she got great grades, but she just didn't do well in the SATs. Smart, you know, very smart girl, but just sometimes when it comes to like test taking, people get like that anxiety and, you know, just don't do well under like those high pressure situations or something like that, you know. Just not good test takers. Yeah, I remember her like crying and saying like, oh, just something to the effect of like even you did better or something like that. I'm just like, man, F you, lady. Maybe I'm not as dumb as you thought all year or something like that, you know? But I still felt bad because, I don't know. I feel like she really tried to do her best and wanted to go to a good school and all that. Tanner Long sent it over $2 saying, check your Twitter when you cycle through. Okay. Thank you very much for the 2. What is your tweet? I still can't show it on stream just because it's all jacked up, but I swear this one spot on my couch has a broken RNG geotag or something. What? Dude! What? Well, congrats on your Stealth Spidey pull and awakening. That's pretty sick, man. Congrats on that. Got him and awakened. There's only 2 crystals there. I don't know if you opened up any more than that, but either way, congrats, man. Some of them are super affordable. I think it could be worthwhile investment. Also, Kate is right. I'm going full dad on you. For what, though? I mean, if you can give me a good reason, I'm open to the idea. But I feel like anything that you could recommend, like if there's other than like putting it on an application, like is there an actual reason? I don't know that there is. I haven't found one, at least. Because like even, you know, like you could say, oh well, if you're interested in programming, you could, you know, this will help you to do that better or something. I don't know. Obviously, I need a class in speech. But you could find that stuff all for free online. And it's not even just like, oh, well, yeah, but if you go to school or something, you could find better classes. I mean, I guess you have the advantage of maybe having like a teacher to refer to, but I already know so many people that teach this stuff that I can go to, and you could take classes online from like Yale or whatever, like whatever the best schools are for it. Like I think MIT has like the free online course and stuff like that too, like from their computer science programs and everything. All the info is out there for free. It's just about like, okay, are you going to put the time and effort into learning? And then if you do need it for an application, or like certain jobs, you absolutely need to go to school. There's no other way around it, you know. Certain fields, they require you to have that that schooling, right? Like medical fields and stuff like that. There's no way around it. But for any of the stuff that I'm interested in, I feel like it's not necessary. And I even hear like the professionals in the industry saying like, no, that stuff doesn't really matter. It matters like what you know and what you can do. 1200 is pretty good compared to the average. 1520 plus is what the Ivies tend to want. However, I got Ivy offers with a 1490 and refused them because I won't pay 200K for a piece of paper. Good lord, yeah, that's a lot of money. Man, I don't even know. I think I knew like one person that got a 1500 plus back then. I'm sure there was others in the school that I went to because there was a lot of kids in my class. Well, at least I think there was a lot. I don't know. There was like 650, I think, in my graduating class. I'm sure there's bigger schools than that too, but I'm sure some of them were you know, got those types of scores. But like out of my friends and everything, I think I knew a few that were like 1400 plus, but man, we're going back so long now. I don't even remember what their scores were. You see Seaton pulled a 6-star Ghost from Cavalier Crystal yesterday, and 5-star. No, I didn't see that, but it's pretty awesome. Congrats to him. Main advantage of going to college is networking opportunities. If you want high-grade online classes, MIT has open courseware for everything 400 level and below. Okay, yeah, I could see the networking stuff being pretty helpful. Meeting people just in general is huge and probably something that's underrated in today's society where everything is like, you know, online and not face to face. Like even if you just listen to like an interview of somebody who did something like creative, or you know, it's always like, oh well, you know, like it's a team of people, and how did they meet? Well, they met in college, or they met doing something else. Comedians who met through just taking some like improv class or something, like just meeting in general. That is definitely a big thing. So yeah, I could see going to school for something like that being pretty important. Or you could probably fill some of the roles though, just like not like actually going to a to college, but just finding some local people in your area if there's like some kind of meetup for whatever you're interested in. I always think about doing more of that type of thing, but you know, a little antisocial, little lazy, a little too focused on my own things. Yeah, I suppose I was thinking more in lines of applying to programming firms and maybe game companies, at least in engineering. It's all about networking and credentials. Yeah, I have no interest in that stuff. I go back and forth all the time. Like I do still want to make my own games, even though I haven't really made any sort of progression in that. Well, not a lot of progression, at least very little. I go back and forth all the time on like, do I actually want to work for a game studio, or do I want to just make my own games? And I think yeah, I don't know. Okay, so here's like the back and forth on it. I don't want to work for anybody ever again. I really don't. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I guess like there's definitely jobs out there where you have good bosses and you know, it is more of like that team working environment type of thing, but a lot of times it just kind of sucks working for somebody. And let's say you work for a game studio. It's not just like the studio and your bosses that you have to answer to. It's also like, okay, well, let's think about Kabam. You know, they have to answer to Marvel, and Marvel has to answer to like shareholders and stuff like that. You know, like it's not just that easy of like, okay, let's make something cool. Whereas if you work for yourself, yeah, you could just make something cool. You still have to try to make money, otherwise you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna be able to do what you love. But it's just, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that people don't think about. And you know, I say Kabam, but it's like all these game companies, even companies that own their own IP, like Blizzard. You know, they all of the games that they make, they're not really answering to a Marvel type of thing, right? But they still have shareholders and they still have to worry about that stuff, and you know, it's a nightmare. Have to worry about getting laid off. Have to worry about people putting you through situations where you're going to get burnt out because you have to make certain deadlines. Yeah, all that stuff. There's a lot of negatives to it. But at the same time, you know, it was a very big eye-opening experience trying to have a YouTube channel and focus on that while making a website, while working on other things. Like, there's only so much you can do by yourself. And it is possible to make very small games by yourself, or over a long number of years, tons of experience, all this stuff, you could get to like a mid-sized level game maybe. But oh my god, even that is like, I don't see myself ever being able to do that. So what kind of games do I want to make? Do I want to make just these small games that I can make myself? Do I want to partner up with like one or two other people? Do I want to work in like a full-on game studio that is making like an MMO game, which is something I'd probably could be good at maybe? Probably could be good at maybe. And then how do I even get the skills to be able to apply for something like that? Because I don't have any skills. So yeah. It's not Carson though. Send it over 70 Canadian bucks, dude. Whoa, thank you. Saying just finished up my SIG 200 profile today. Look up not Carson. Hope you have a fun anniversary dinner, dude. I just got wrecked. But dude, thank you so much. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go out, not just to dinner. We have some other plans, but dinner will be involved. It will be included. But dude, thank you. Yeah, let me go check out the profile. Thank you very much for the very, very generous 70 bucks. Talking about 35 toonies. Or 70 loonies. Not Carson. Oh no. The SIG 200 Korg. The dreaded SIG 200 Korg. Wait, rip? Oh, rip for that fight? Okay. For a second there, I thought the stream was going down or something. Alright, good. Stream looks good. Oh, wait, no. Oh, there was some lag. Maybe you guys were talking about the stream. It seems like it's back. I dropped 135 frames, which is a few seconds. Hopefully we're good. But okay, SIG 200 Korg. SIG 200 Corvus. SIG 200 Aegon, which is 75%, I think, right? Yeah. And then SIG 200 Blade. Dude, profile is looking great. You got a lot of skill champions, man. They're like the opposite of me. You've got a lot of skill champions that I want. where I'm sitting here with the Fraggle Rock. But awesome, dude. Hey, BG, do you think I'm good at 1.8 million for 3-star Spider-Man? Absolutely, yeah. There's no chance of you missing at 1.8 million. No one has ever gone close to that score. You are all set. Take it one step at a time. Have goals set, short-term, long-term, or short-term, mid-term, long-term. I do have a bunch of goals set, but you know, it's here's the one thing that I can say or can give in terms of like advice is just to go for it, you know. For anything that anyone's trying to do, which for a long time I didn't just go for it. For a long time I just sat there thinking like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I'm gonna like. What am I good at? I'm probably not good at these things. All that stuff just holds you back, man. Just go for it. And that's the best way that I've found to learn things. It's just, you know, I should have went for it like 15 years ago, but that's all right. There's no such thing as too old until you're dead. Justin, 2 Loki, sending over $2. Thank you, dude. Saying, John, LZ, stop trolling and increase your prestige. Wow. I'm guessing that's another Alliance member. Are they trolling in this chat, or... oh, they are in here. I mean, look how fast he learned how to make a website. Hey. It may not have been fast. I have learned a lot about that stuff, at least, though. If I wasn't trying to do so many different things at the same time, maybe... Well, I definitely would have been better off with the website stuff, but oh well. Life's also an adventure, and I'm enjoying the ride right now. Thanks, BG. Ranked up Domino to 5 today, too. Other Tier 5 basic champs are Rank 2 Void and Rank 5 Starkey. Nice, man. Yeah, your roster, it looks like it's coming along very, very nicely. Yeah, he's 2 Loki as well? Okay. Well, thank you again, Justin. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the life advice, BG. No problem, dude. I can give one other piece of very good life advice. Don't take life advice from a guy who's just playing a video game. I don't know. I was gonna come up with much worse things, but honestly, who cares, right? Take life advice from anybody. You just gotta or listen to advice from everybody, but don't always take the advice, you know? Actually, one thing that back when I was more into drumming, which, man, I still am into drumming. I just wish I could do it more. But one thing that kind of always stuck with me is, you know, people would always ask, like, oh, who are your favorite drummers? Who's your, you know, who's your biggest inspirations and stuff like that? And it's always interesting to hear people's answers. And then one day I heard the answer of anybody who's ever picked up 2 drumsticks or something to that effect. And that's so true, man. Like, you know, if I think about like my favorite drummers of all time, there are certainly some standouts, but even the drummers who I'm like, I don't really like this guy so much. But maybe there's like one thing that you could take from that person and be like, oh wow, that was actually really cool, and then that's gonna open up something else, you know. And then I started thinking about that in terms of like learning, where I hit a certain point when I was going to college where I was like, I'm just gonna stop. Like I'm not. There's no reason for me to continue going on. I don't know what I want to do. I'm not really giving it my full effort here, and I'm just wasting money. It was community college, so it wasn't too expensive. It was only like $100. it was like 100 or like $125 per credit or something, which wasn't a huge deal. And it was my money. I wasn't like wasting my parents' money at this point. I was paying for it myself, so you know, it wasn't a huge deal. But I started paying closer attention to what the teachers were doing. Like there was a couple of good teachers that I had. One of them that I still remember practically everything about their class to this day. And I realized, like, just like kind of watching how this person worked, like I learned more from watching that one person, not necessarily even paying attention to all like the lesson plans or whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I don't know, just like learning a lot from that person, which I thought was really cool. And then I started doing that with more people, and yeah, it just kind of opens up the way you learn things. Also, you make a good content creator. Want to rejoin CCP? I'm not sure if your reasons for leaving have been alleviated or resolved, even though we'd be disagreeing the whole time. I love you in the server. I don't know. Yeah, I guess the reasons, I don't care much as much about the reasons anymore. I was more stressed out at the time, where like certain things were getting to me a bit more. But now, you know, some of the stresses have been alleviated just in life in general, like since finding this place and getting settled in here. Because before, we didn't know where we were going to move to, and man, that's always a stressful time. When your options are limited, time's running out, you don't know what you're going to do, don't know where you're going to be living, it's stressful. And whenever I'm not stressed out, I'm always just like, who cares, man? I don't care what people think. A little bit of that, like, you know, I feel like I always have a little bit of that, like, metalhead mentality to me. That's what I refer to it as, of just like, who cares? You know? So yeah, if people, you know, like one of the reasons at the time was just like, it was annoying how every single thing I said was just because you don't want to get kicked out of the content creator program, or like, Kabam's controlling what you're saying. Like, okay, if you really think that, screw you, I don't care, you know? But at the time, it was just like, it's just not worth the hassle of even trying to deal with it and other things and all that. But no, I'll probably stay out of it. As far as like the other thing, dude, I was never involved in that. Like I can't handle being in groups where like there's group chat available. I was never part of that anyway. Like that kind of happened towards the end of like that was like developing right as I was leaving kind of thing, and I never joined anyway. I don't use Discord and stuff like that anyway. Discord for I try to leave Discord open, just because there's like a couple of people that I talk to through there, or like one person really, but we don't talk a ton anyway. But that's like the only reason I leave Discord open. And then of course, you know, for voice chat is great. Totally agree with BG. Nothing's done till you're dead. I'm 42 and still chasing dreams of becoming an illustrator by doing a master's program in fine arts. Illustration emphasis. Hashtag Blizzardbound. Dude, that would be awesome, man. That would be so awesome if you got that. But yeah, like, absolutely, man. That's definitely the right attitude to have. Like, even, okay, worst case scenario. What is the worst case scenario of whatever you're trying to do? Okay, so you don't get that job at Blizzard that you want. maybe you don't even get a job in that field. But I'm sure the journey's fun as hell, man. I'm sure you're going to get better at whatever you're doing, and you know, you'll be able to do something with that skill or whatever. Or even, I mean, even if it, I don't know, even if it really never develops into anything, it's like, I don't know, it's just fun. It's something cool to do. Like, what would you be doing if you weren't chasing something like that? I feel like at that point you're just kind of rolling over and dying kind of thing. Like, even if you never want to pursue it in terms of making that your career or something, you could do like chase something like that as just like a fun hobby, and maybe all you ever do is illustrate like one of your own projects, and you get like one little thing done for your entire life. But that little thing is something you could turn to and be proud of. I'm definitely not good when it comes to words, because that could have been said a million times better. Alright, see you later. Thanks for the stream, BG. Enjoy the 275. Alright, man. Thank you again. Holy crap, I'm getting wrecked by this Spidey. One thing I always want to do, and I definitely will at some point do this, I just don't know when, is I want to take like improv classes, just hopefully to get my brain working a little bit quicker. Develop that area a little bit better, you know. What's the best way to get Tier 2 Alpha besides the Glory Store? I'm sitting on 5 Tier 5 Basic. Tier 2 Alpha, they can be hard to come by. Best way, aside from the Glory Store? Ranking higher in Alliance Quest. Doing Map 6. If you're not doing Map 6, there's a lot of Tier 2 Alpha available there. There's a decent amount of offers that come by that have Tier 2 Alpha. I don't know if you're able to save up your units to pick up any of those, or if you don't mind, you know, spending money on some of those, but I'd say there's at least a decent number of those that kind of come through. What else do we got? Tier 2 Alpha is pretty rough. I mean, I guess the Alliance War Season payout too, with like the War Crystals, the War Season Crystals. But most of it is like Alliance Quest based, I would say. I guess like the monthly event quest has some. I mean that's one of the reasons why I strongly valued that the rank up gem from the 4th of July offer, just because, yeah, Tier 2 Alpha, in my opinion, is still pretty hard to get. There are times where it feels like you have a bunch, but they go so quick. Like, you can go from having them in the overflow to being completely wiped out on them with like 1.5 champions. Every day we don't get a big offer in the game, I get sad because I know Enzo is sad. Oh man, that's true. BG, how are you taking up Stealth Spidey when you get him? Well, I don't have too many catalysts at the moment. C20 by 20. I only have 2 Tier 4 basics, so I'd only be able to get them to rank 2 right away for testing purposes, if I get them. Still a big if. Beyond that, I would definitely get them to rank 3 as soon as I can. I think I have a... Yeah, I've got a skill catalyst in the overflow, so he would definitely be the champion that gets that. Beyond that, time will tell. I don't have the resources to get his Sig high enough level to make his prestige worth it. Where are my Sigs? Okay, I've only got 22. So, yeah. Not super high to start with. Oh, jeez. You done with the grind? For right now. It's getting a little bit late, and I just realized I actually have not eaten anything yet today, and it's already 5:20. And the hunger just hit me with a big force. Like I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna finish out my 4 stars, and then I'll end the stream. But like, oh man, I need to figure something out for food now, because like really, it just hit me. Like, damn. Haven't eaten anything. I need some food. What device do you play on? I have 2 devices. The one I'm currently playing on, this is an iPhone 8 Plus. This is like my just streaming and recording videos device instead of having a tablet for it. It's not connected to cellular. And then my other device is iPhone 7 Plus. My actual phone. Oh man, those energy refills would have been great. Is Beardo good? Yeah, Beardo's great. There's a bunch of videos. Rank up roulette, Jane Foster going to rank 5. Oh, man. You know, rank up roulette's pretty fun, and I don't regret doing it and ranking up that Jane Foster. But it would be nice to have those tier 2 alphas right about now. I wish I could do it more. But I just can't. I like your vids. Thank you. What's your favorite character? Venom the Duck. There's an example of I wish I could rank him higher. But at the moment I can't. Banana! What's up, Swadia? ABG, it's always great stream, man. In general, who would you rank 5 between these 2 5 stars, Domino or Archangel, both awakened? I would choose Domino in most cases. The only way that I would choose Archangel over Domino is a situation that I may find myself in at some point here, where generally I think Domino is better than Archangel, but the times where Archangel is really good, he's really good, and he's better than Archangel for some situations. And because I already have a couple of other high-level mutant champions for those general purpose situations with Omega Red and Namor, I don't see myself needing a Domino for much of anything. So I can't see myself ever rank 5ing a Domino. Whereas Archangel, for certain speed situations, I can see myself maybe in the distant future ranking up Archangel. Archangel could be more useful for Legends, actually. Exactly, Dreamin'. Exactly. I really can't see myself ever taking up a Domino beyond what I have mine at right now, which is rank 4. She's great. I just don't need her, and I can't see myself ever needing her. All right, on that note, it is time to head out of here. Lola is up and about, too. She needs to be let out. I need to get some food. It's not Carson. Dude, thank you so much once again. It's extremely generous of you. And thank you to everyone else for all the super chats and all that. I'll be back my normal time tonight, which is in a little under 5 hours from right now. Dreamin', do you plan on doing a stream or anything like that, dude? Do you plan on firing one up today? You could start one right now. We'll do a little raid or something. Otherwise, I'm just going to end it. BG, with my 150k battle chips earlier today, I got 5-star Punisher and also 525 units. Wowee. Dude, Kanga Django, what? That's ridiculous, man. 5-star Punisher and 525 units? That's way, way above the average number of units. Along with the 5-star Punisher. My goodness. I'll stream before you? Okay, alright, so not now. Got it. My 565 Domino Rex Worlds with Nick Fury. I beat Winter Soldier in 32 hits and wasn't even trying. Yeah, no, she's super strong. I would never say that she's a weak champion. She's super strong. It's just I'm set on mutants right now, you know? I need if I'm going to rank up another mutant, they need to be some more utility-based mutant. Just cuz yeah, I don't need another her type mutant, if that makes sense. Oh god. I can't do words. Yeah, I need food. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day if you're not a vampire and you're not coming back for the night times.